second graders. Today you're going to be continuing to practice using your Google Slides from Google Classroom. So when you log into Google Classroom, I would like for you to click on your slides. I'm going to go ahead and use the one that I've been working on with Mr. Cabaluna's class. And I want you to remember that you should have at least 3 slides at this point. You should have your title slide that you might have an image as the background, and then you'll have a title, and then you'll have who it is by. So we're going to be patient while our presentation loads. Okay, now, so what you have done is for your title slide, you have made sure that your title slide matches what you are talking about. So because my title is called Visiting South Korea, I have the South Korean flag, and then I also make sure that I have my name on the back. Then for each of my slides, I made sure that I made them very simple. They were easy for people to read, and then I added some images to help people understand. So my first one was places to visit when I'm looking at South Korea, and I have 5 major places that people should visit. And then I also included some images, and I created a text box, and I put the name of those places there. Then we talked about foods to eat. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you, if you do not remember how to create or to find an image. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go to insert, and we're going to go to image. Now I'm going to think about the different foods that I had, and I had kimchi was one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to search, and I'm going to look for kimchi. I'm going to click on search. And I can come through here and I can look for different images of kimchi. And when I find the image that I think is the best one, I am going to click on it. And remember, you can actually come through here and go to different types. And if you want a photo, you can click on photo. If you wanted a clip art, you can click on clip art. So I'm going to click on photo because I want a photo of what kimchi looks like. So I'm going to come through here and look for what I think is the best image of what I'm trying to show. So I like the image that they showed up here, this image with on the blue plate. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click on select. And I'm going to wait for my image to pop up. And remember, when it comes up, it's going to be very big. So I'm going to make it smaller. And I'll place it on the slide where I think it would best fit. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add another food to eat, and I'm going to put Korean barbecue because that's always very popular. So I'll type in Korean barbecue. And I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to go to insert image, and I'm going to switch from kimchi to Korean barbecue and see what images come up. And so now I can actually look and I can say, oh, okay, well, which image shows the best Korean barbecue that represents the culture? And again, I can look under photo, or I can go under any type and see what is under any type. And I like this image here because it shows people cooking the Korean barbecue. So I'm going to select that. And again, I'm going to make my image a little bit smaller. And I have my images overlapping. And remember, I can switch the order of my images. So if I wanted to have my image of kimchi go in front of my barbecue image, I can go to arrange, and I can go to order, and I can say bring forward, and it'll bring it in front of that other image. And you can do that if you want to. If not, you can just change it. So I'm going to actually change it so it goes to the back. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go back to order and do send backwards. Now, in order to create those text boxes that show me what my images are of, I'm going to come here to my text box. I'm going to click and drag, and in the first one, I'm going to write kimchi. Now you notice that this font does not stand out. It's just a black font, Arial font. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to look at what my font was here, and it says it's average. And the text color was this color that was part of the theme. So I'm going to click it and I'm going to change my text box so it matches with what my other font is. I can also make it a little bit bigger if I want to, so it stands out on the page. Now I don't want it to stand out too much because then it will be bigger than my words over here. So I don't want to make it too big. Now I'm going to copy. I'm going to do Command C and then Command V to make another text box, and I'm going to just bring it down here. That way I don't have to change my font again, and all I'll have to do is just change what is in the text box. So I have Korean barbecue. I can make my text box a little bit bigger so it's not on the second line. And now I have my foods to eat page ready to go. So I have places to visit, foods to eat, and I would do the same thing for my places to play. I would also add a few more things on here, and then I would add places to play. Now, if you have if you want to add another slide, you can click right here to add a new slide, or you can do a new slide with a different layout. So remember, when we click on the down arrow, it shows us what those different layouts are going to be. And you can choose any layout you want. So maybe I just want to have my next slide be a main point. So my title might, or my slide might look like this, and then I can change things on it. But I'm going to go ahead and delete that slide. And I'm going to go to my last slide. Now my last slide is going to actually be an image from one of these different slides already here. So I'm going to pick maybe a food, a place, or a place to play, and I'm actually going to create it. Now the first thing that I would do is when I added a slide, I would do a slide with just a title. So my title only slide here, and it would add right there. And then I would go through and I would change my my font color because well, I'm sorry, I could change my background color, and I would just come and I would right click and I would go to background color, and then I can change it. Now remember, when you change your background color, you want to make sure that you only click on done, because if you click add to theme, it's going to change all of your backgrounds. So we'll just click on done, and then we can change our font color here so it stands out. So maybe I'm going to write Namsan Tower, and then I am going to use the shape tools right here in order to create one of these places. Now what I've done on this one here is I actually created Namsan Tower using different shapes. So I have my image, and then I wrote, I built this tower because it is the tallest point in South Korea. Many people come here to visit on a daily basis. So I will just add a text box to add a caption to my image. So you're going to create something that looks very similar to this, and you want to make sure that you have at least 5 slides. So you would have your title slide, then you would have 3 slides that give details about what you are talking about, and then your last slide is going to be an image that you have created. Okay, I can't wait to see your slides and your presentations and what you have created. Good luck.